8 powerful reasons why chosen ones transcend religion, yet embrace the truth in all. Chosen ones, you have always known that you were different. From the very beginning, your soul has carried a calling, an undeniable pull towards something greater than the world could offer. You've felt the whispers of the divine guiding you, yet you've never quite fit into the molds others try to place you in. Society may label you, but deep down you know that your essence cannot be confined. You are not bound by religious labels or human-made doctrines. Your path transcends these boundaries. You belong to a greater truth that exists beyond the limitations of any one belief system. Your spirit recognizes that all religions carry fragments of divine wisdom, but none can fully contain the vastness of who you are. You are a bridge between worlds, between the seen and the unseen, the sacred and the ordinary. Your journey is not about fitting in, it is about standing out. It's a journey of embracing a truth that is both ancient and eternal, yet personal and unique to you. So if this message reaches you at the perfect time, the moment your soul needed it most, take a moment to align yourself with this truth. Like this video, type 1111 in the comments to claim your divine blessings and connect with others who walk the same path. And subscribe to Secrets of the Bible as we move toward 50,000 voices rising together, one remnant, one assignment, one purpose. Now let's dive deep into the 8 profound reasons why chosen ones don't fit into any religion, yet belong to all. Reason 1, they recognize truth beyond labels. Chosen ones possess a rare inner vision, an intuitive ability to see beyond the surface of things. While the world around them insists on categories Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Jew, Buddhist, the chosen ones look deeper. They are not deceived by the labels, titles, or divisions that separate humanity. To them, these labels are simply illusions, distractions that prevent people from recognizing the true essence of the divine. They see through the human-made boundaries of religion and spirituality. They know that the divine cannot be confined to any one name, any one book, or any one tradition. For the chosen ones, the truth is universal. It flows across all spiritual paths, weaving a tapestry of wisdom, love, and peace. Where others see separation, the chosen ones see unity. They understand that every path, every tradition, has glimpses of the same divine truth. Compassion, unconditional love, the pursuit of justice and inner peace, these are the golden threads that run through all true spiritual paths. For them, God is not confined to a single name or a single religion. The divine is a living presence, experienced not through rituals or doctrines, but through the soul's deepest connection. This understanding makes it difficult for the chosen ones to align themselves with one singular religion. Their truth cannot be boxed. Their soul is too vast, too free, and too wild to be constrained by any one tradition or system of belief. Reason 2, they are spiritually fluid, not rigid. While many cling to rigid dogmas, finding comfort in repetition and fear in deviation, the chosen ones move with a spiritual grace that is fluid, ever-evolving, and deeply personal. They do not need to be confined by borders, neither political nor spiritual. They walk a path that is uniquely their own, ever-changing with the divine whispers that guide them each day. One day, you may find them sitting in stillness, meditating like a Zen monk, dissolving into the present moment. The next, they may be lifting their hands in fervent prayer, calling upon the divine with the passion of a Pentecostal. They might chant with the rhythm of a Sikh, whirl with the joy of a Sufi, or walk barefoot through the forest like a Taoist sage, feeling the sacred energy of the earth beneath their feet. For the chosen ones, spirituality is not about loyalty to one tradition or form. It's about connection. It's about being open to the divine in whatever form it takes in the present moment. Their spirituality is defined not by adherence to rules, but by an intimate personal connection with the divine voice within. They are devoted to God, but they are boundless in the way they express that devotion. Every path they walk is sacred because it leads to truth, and every heart they encounter is a temple if it is open to love. The chosen ones embody a paradox grounded yet free, devoted yet expansive. They are not loyal to forms or rituals, but to the divine essence that runs through all things. Reason 3, they feel limited by organized religion. The chosen ones understand that many religions began with pure divine inspiration. The founders were mystics, visionaries, and prophets who had tasted the divine and returned with truth glowing in their bones. But over time, as human institutions formed around these sacred revelations, the essence of the divine became buried under layers of power structures, control, and rigid rules. What began as rivers of living water gradually became stagnant pools. The rituals that once held deep meaning became hollow, and the freedom that was once part of spiritual life became shackled by doctrines and dogma. The chosen ones instinctively sense this shift. They can feel when a religion no longer vibrates with the living spirit, when its rules stifle the soul instead of freeing it. They are not rebelling against the essence of the divine, but rather they are stepping away from systems that no longer serve their spiritual growth. They are discerning, not disobedient. They do not reject the teachings of the prophets or the wisdom embedded in the sacred texts, but they refuse to drink from a stagnant cup. They long for the living water that flows from a direct connection with the divine, not the rituals and repetitions that have lost their life-giving power. Their relationship with the divine is too alive, too vibrant, to be confined by an institution. When organized religion becomes more about belonging than becoming, more about control than connection, the chosen ones choose authenticity. Their path may be solitary, but it is luminous. They are not lost. They are seeking truth in its purest form. Reason 4, they seek experience, not blind belief. Chosen ones are not content to accept truths handed down to them. They do not believe simply because someone said so or because it is written in an ancient text. They want to experience the divine for themselves, to feel its presence deep within their being. They crave a personal, living encounter with the truth that can only come from direct experience, not from second-hand knowledge. For the chosen ones, faith is not an abstract concept, it is a visceral, lived reality. They want to taste the divine, to walk with it, to know it as a constant companion in their lives. They do not fear doubt because they understand that doubt is not a weakness, it is the beginning of wisdom. When they question, they are not rejecting, they are seeking a deeper understanding, one that resonates with their soul. Faith without experience is fragile. It is like a house built on sand, easily shaken in the storms of life. But the chosen one's faith is built on personal encounters with the divine, on moments of grace, on the wisdom revealed through silence, suffering, and synchronicity. This truth, born from their own experiences, is unshakable. They do not want to follow a pre-written script. Instead, they write their own story, guided by God's hand and their own intuition. Their journey is not about following someone else's path, but about walking the one that has been uniquely laid before them, with each step an experience that brings them closer to the divine. Reason 5, they see the divine in all things. For the chosen ones, nothing is separate from the sacred. There are no boundaries between the religious and the everyday, the holy and the human. They see the divine in all things, whether in the rising sun, the falling rain, a child's innocent laughter, or an old man's knowing gaze. To them, the sacred is not confined to certain days or places, nor is it accessed only through religious texts or ritual. The chosen ones understand that the whole universe is a temple. Every moment is an opportunity to encounter the divine. The sacred is in the space between heartbeats, in the silence between words, in the quiet moments that many overlook. They don't need altars, though they honor them. They don't require incense, though they may use it. For them, the divine is not something you visit, it is something you are constantly immersed in. This expansive view often sets the chosen ones apart from traditional religious circles, where the sacred is often confined to specific rituals, places, or times. But the chosen ones wouldn't trade their perspective for anything. To see the divine everywhere is to live in a constant state of awe. Every experience, good or bad, becomes a sacred encounter, a chance to touch the face of God. They live in the perpetual presence of the divine, awake to the miraculous and the mundane. This is what makes their path unique. They are always in communion with the divine, whether they're praying in a temple or simply walking through the world, aware of the sacredness in each step. Reason 6. They honor all prophets, not just one. For the chosen ones, truth is not monopolized by a single figure, a single book, or a single nation. They understand that divine wisdom has manifested throughout time in many forms, spoken in many languages, and worn many faces. To them, every prophet, whether it is Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Krishna, or any other sage, offers a unique and valuable perspective on the same universal truth. The chosen ones do not elevate one prophet over another, nor do they dismiss any teachings. Instead, they see the sacred unity that exists in all spiritual wisdom. They recognize that each teacher speaks to a different aspect of the divine, offering the world what it needs at a particular moment in time. Jesus' love, Buddha's stillness, Muhammad's surrender, Krishna's joy, Laozi's flow, they honor them all, seeing each as a radiant expression of the same divine light. This universal love often makes the chosen ones misunderstood by those who insist that their way is the only way. But the chosen ones cannot pretend to be blind to the vastness of truth. They cannot choose division over unity. While others may argue over whose path is superior, the chosen ones know that all paths that lead to truth are sacred. They bow not out of indecision, but out of deep, sacred knowing that truth is too vast to be captured by a single voice. Their hearts are open to the wisdom in all teachings, and this inclusive love transcends religious boundaries. They walk with reverence for all prophets, for they know that each one carries a unique piece of the divine puzzle, and each offers a path to greater understanding and unity. Reason 7. They are guided by inner revelation. Chosen ones walk a different path, not because they seek to be different, but because they are guided by a voice that many others often overlook. While the masses may look solely to sacred texts, religious leaders, or established traditions for direction, the chosen ones have learned to trust the quiet, undeniable language of their own soul. Their connection to the divine is not abstract. It is immediate, visceral, and deeply personal. They do not rely on external sources to validate their beliefs. They have learned to listen to the still, small voice within. They are living scrolls, unfolding one page at a time as life's mysteries reveal themselves. The chosen ones recognize that the divine speaks in many ways. It may come through the poetry of dreams, the perfect timing of synchronicities, the soft tug of intuition, or even the sudden clarity in moments of stillness. These are not mere coincidences to them. They are confirmation signs that the divine is at work, guiding them on their journey. While others may dismiss these signs, the chosen ones pay attention. When a feather lands on their path, when a number repeatedly appears, when a stranger speaks words they needed to hear, they know these are divine messages, not random events. They have trained their hearts and minds to listen to the unspoken, to trust the invisible hand that guides them. This ability to trust their inner revelation makes the chosen ones unique. They do not walk blindly or follow others for the sake of following. They walk according to the divine guidance they receive directly from the source. This path may seem solitary at times, but it is a path of deep connection to the divine. And when they follow it, they know they are never truly alone. Reason 8. They were born for a higher mission. To be chosen is not a privilege. It is a calling that carries weight. Not seen, but always felt. Chosen ones are born with a deep, unshakable knowing that they are here for something more than status, more than recognition, more than the fleeting pursuits of the world. Their souls were not designed to conform to the expectations of society or to the limitations of religion. Their mission is not to accumulate wealth or power, but to awaken others to their true nature, to remind them of the divine spark within. The chosen ones are not here to convert others to a particular belief or dogma, but to connect, to serve as a bridge between worlds, between souls, between faiths. They speak a universal language, one that transcends religious boundaries and cultural norms. Their presence stirs something in the hearts of those around them. They may not always know how, but when the chosen ones step into a room, energy shifts. Light returns. Hearts soften. Truths begin to bloom. This is not because of any special power of their own, but because they carry the presence of the divine within them, a presence that cannot help but be felt. The chosen ones are often outliers, walking the edges of religious and societal expectations. They don't quite fit into any traditional frameworks because their mission is too vast, too expansive to be confined. They are not here to shrink the world into a box. They are here to expand consciousness, to dissolve the divisions that separate people, and to show that love, truth, and connection are the greatest forces in the universe. Their calling is greater than any religion, greater than any tradition. It is a calling to awaken, to build bridges, and to embody the truth that we are all one, no matter the paths we walk. And though their journey may be lonely at times, they know they are fulfilling the purpose for which they were born. Chosen ones, your journey is not about fitting into the world's expectations or conforming to the limitations of religious structures. It is a journey of awakening, of stepping into a higher calling that transcends the boundaries of labels, dogmas, and traditions. You have been set apart for a reason, and that reason is far greater than the confines of any one religion. Your path is one of freedom, truth, and divine connection. You are here to bridge gaps, to unite what has been divided, and to show the world that love, compassion, and unity are the true essence of the divine. You do not need to fit in to fulfill your purpose. Your calling is sacred, unique, and essential to the awakening of humanity. As you walk this path, remember that you are not alone. There are others like you, others who are awakening to the same divine truth, others who are ready to step into their own higher mission. Together, we rise. Together, we walk in the light of the divine. Take a moment now to reflect on the truth of your calling. Embrace it fully. Know that you are here for a reason. You have a purpose that goes beyond what the world can see or understand. Your soul is free and your mission is divine. If this message speaks to you, let us know in the comments and like this video to help spread the word. Your participation not only supports the message, but strengthens this community of chosen souls, united in purpose and light. Thank you for watching until the end. Your journey is meaningful and your light is needed in this world. If you have not yet subscribed to Secrets of the Bible, join us for more content on spirituality and personal evolution. Until next time, remember, you are a masterpiece in progress. Whole, yet always growing. Complete, yet still evolving.